Good evening and welcome to the Manchester Basketball Centre in Whalley Range. We got some WNBL National Cup action for you today. We've got the Manchester Mystics taking on the Bromsgrove Bears. I'm Kaz Bullock and I'll be with you throughout today's game on the Manchester Magic and Mystics YouTube channel. We're just about 3.5 minutes away from tip-off. So let's take a look at how these two teams match up. Manchester, of course, in the regular season, their first game last weekend, they had an 81-36 victory over the Manchester Valkyries. They were led by new signing Rahana Khalil. She had 15 points in her debut back with the Mystics. Natalie Lamb had 14 and Becky Bellis had 13. Natalie Lamb also putting on an incredibly impressive defensive performance, coming away with at least 5 steals. We don't get the full live stats in D2, but she was all over the court stealing the ball. Really impressive performance from her and a really solid all-around team performance from the Mystics. So they're definitely going to want to look to replicate that in today's game as well. So Bromsgrove currently sitting at 1-1. They played Cardiff last, led by Amani Rodriguez. She had 17 points. She's leading the team in scoring with 15 points per game. And Jade Cooper added in 14 in that 71-31 win over Cardiff. So both of these teams last season didn't really get too far in the cup. Mystics knocked down in the first round by the eventual winners Stockport, 78-68. And having spoken to head coach Hannah Alty, one of the team's main goals for the season is to progress throughout in the cup. You know, the team want the opportunity to play against Division 1 teams, gives them a better chance of upskilling and a potential for any chances of promotion and going as far as they can in D2. Division 1's where they want to be as a team, so anything that offers that opportunity to better yourselves playing against higher competition. And Bromsgrove last season had quite a short roster due to losing some players quite early on due to injuries, family commitments. But speaking with Bromsgrove's Dawn Hall, she says they're all looking forward to coming back stronger, feeling very united as a team and looking forward to the season ahead. So both teams with a lot to play for today, so we're expecting quite the battle here at the Manchester Basketball Centre. So looking at the rosters for today's team, we have got for the Manchester Mystics, Maddie Owen, Grace Tuck, Natalie Lamb, Niamh Kelshaw, Becky Bellis, Nat Furtado, Hannah Alty, Rebecca Illingworth, Holly Bryan and Rahana Khalil. For the Bears, we've got Sophie Mansfield, Becky Brindley, Sarah Wellborn, Dawn Hall, Amani Rodriguez, Lucy Buxton, Helen Winter, Jess Cooper, Corinne McIntosh, Augusta Preware, Becky McSwiggan and Lucy Humphreys. Starting for the Mystics will be Niamh Kelshaw, Becky Bellis, Nat Furtado, Hannah Alty and Rahana Khalil. And the Bears will have Becky Brindley, Dawn Hall, Amani Rodriguez, Lucy Buxton and Lucy Humphreys. Now the Bears, looking at this Bears roster, they have quite a bit of height on their side, something that the Mystics might be lacking a little bit in today's game. So you're going to think the Mystics are going to want to try and outrun this Bears team, try and get some outside shots and hope that they don't have to do too much inside to come up against some of the taller players that the Bears have got. And the Bears will look to see if they'll work to their strengths and look to get the ball inside. So teams coming on court, getting ready for tip-off, and this is knockout cup action. This is win or go home, or stay at home if you're playing at home. So lots on the line today. Obviously, last year's National Cup final winners were the Stockport Lapwings in that epic game that we saw in January. If you haven't watched it, I'd encourage you to. One of the best games of basketball I've personally ever seen, and I've been watching basketball for a very long time. So here we go. Tip is up. Humphreys and Alty for the jump. Amani Rodriguez grabs the ball, and Buxton comes up with it, hands it over. Shot is up and not going to fall. Khalil with the rebound, and we saw her grabbing a lot of rebounds for the Mystics last game. Furtado over to Khalil. Khalil with the long jumper. Doesn't go. Brindley over to Rodriguez. Rodriguez passes out. Over to Buxton. Buxton against Furtado. Steps through. Brilliant step through to the basket. Can't quite finish. Khalil comes up with it. Kelshaw. Drives to the basket. Powers through. Can't get that to fall. Rebound Bears. Buxton swings it round. Brindley spins. Great spin move and lays it in. What a move from Becky Brindley. First 2 points on the board for the Bears. Kelshaw for the Mystics. Over to Bellis, inside to Alti. Alti with the baseline jump and nails that one. Hannah Alti gets the Mystics on the board. Buxton steps through. She's going to get fouled. That's going to be on Nat Furtado, her first team foul for the Mystics. As we're tied at 2 apiece with just over a minute 30 gone in the first quarter. As Lucy Buxton steps to the line. First shot's good. And 2 of 2 for Lucy Buxton. So Kelshaw bringing the ball up for the Mystics. Hands it over to Bellis. Back to Kelshaw. Alti's there inside. Kicks it out. Bellis for 3. That one's just a bit too strong. Rebound Bears. Buxton slows things down. Kicks it over to Brindley. And inside. Brindley for 3. And that one's not going to go. Bellis and Rodriguez fighting for the rebound, but it's going to stay with the Bears. So Hall with the inbound. Over to Buxton. She's got space. Shot's no good. Kelshaw gets the rebound. She's blocked. Manages to not quite keep it alive. Going to go back with the Bears. And Bears putting on some tough D early on in the first quarter. Hall looking to get it inside, over to Buxton. Hall, Brindley, inside to Humphreys. Alti doing a great job there, pressuring the ball, and she's going to get called for a foul. A little bit unlucky on that one, it looks, but that's the call. That's the call on the floor. It's back with the Bears. Going to be 2 quick team fouls on the Mystics. Hall gets it into Rodriguez. Over to Brindley. Nearly stolen away by Bellis. Amani comes up with it. Hall thought about the 3, passes inside. Buxton's there, 1 on the shot clock. And Khalil with another rebound for the Mystics. Over to Bellis. Kelshaw. Short jumper, and it hits. Neve Kelshaw gets on the board for the Mystics. And Neve, a player that we've seen with the Newcastle Eagles in the WBBL last season. Some very valuable experience for her, and that she brings that experience over to the Manchester Mystics in Division 2. Fantastic player, been voted captain for the season by the team, which is incredibly well deserved, as she's a fantastic player and a great all-round player. And that block is going to go to Khalil, and back with the Bears. Hall over to Rodriguez. Short jumper doesn't fall. She follows her own shot, grabs the rebound, and she's pressured by 3 Mystics. Gets it out to Hall. Brindley with 7 to shoot. Puts it up and in and out. Unlucky on that one. Alti over to Khalil. And Kelshaw's going to bring it up. All the way, kicks it out. Furtado. Shot is up, and it's a bit too strong. So Bears back on the attack. Buxton, 1-on-1 against Furtado. Stops, steps through, And she's not going to get the ball to drop, but she's going to head to the line. And Lucy Buxton has got that fantastic step towards the basket. She's able to work her way around, and she's been doing a very good job of that so far in today's game. So we will see Maddie Owen come into the game for the first time for the Mystics. Nat Furtado is going to head to the bench, as Buxton is at the line for 2. First one's no good. Second one drops, gives the Bears a 1-point lead. We've got 6:45 to go in the first. Khalil controlling things for the Mystics. Over to Owen, into Alti, moving it round. Kelshaw with a great fake, and that one's turned over. Rodriguez bringing it back and gets it over to Hall. Brindley inside, and a great move from McSwiggan, can't quite finish, going to go back with the Mystics. McSwiggan definitely had the height advantage on that possession there. Kelshaw to Alti, swings it round to Khalil. Bellis stepping through, great pass over to Alti as she banks it in. Hannah Alti with 2 points for the Mystics. Brindley inside to McSwiggan, nearly knocked away by Alti. Rodriguez, and just a bit of a miscommunication on that one. Mystics really putting the pressure on, forcing another turnover. So it'll be sideline Mystics ball. And got a substitution for the Bears. Sophie Mansfield into the game for the first time. Amani Rodriguez will head to the bench. Kelshaw over to Owen, steps through inside, short floater, and ball touches every part of the net and then finally falls in. There's a 3-point lead to the Mystics. Buxton, pass inside, is broken up. Bears managed to keep it alive. Mansfield kicks it out. Hall inside to McSwiggan. She's met by 3 Mystics players. You've got a triple team. And she's going to get fouled on that one, so she will head to the line. As we see Augusta Preware come in for the Bears, Lucy Buxton is going to head to the bench. And this is what the Mystics are going to have to contend with. So the height that the Bears have is going to force them to either double, triple team, which obviously will leave someone else open, or if you commit the foul, you're going to send them to the line. So it's a tricky balance that the Mystics need to find to counter that from the Bears today. And 2 for 2 from the line takes the Bears to 7, 1-point game, just over 5 minutes to go in the first. Owen over to Bellis, to Khalil, swings it round to Owen. 3 is up and just a bit too short. Bears come up with the rebound. Preware inside, and Owen comes up with it. As Hannah Alti is going to head to the bench, and Rebecca Illingworth comes into the game for the Mystics. So that foul there was the Bears' first team foul. Ball's back with the Mystics, and Kelshaw is going to bring it up. Khalil steps through, passes out. Kelshaw over to Bellis. Owen got 10 seconds to shoot, turns, spins, doesn't get that one to drop. Bears grab another rebound. And travel call on the Bears. I think Augusta knew it as soon as she stepped, just stepped a little bit too much. Khalil hands it over to Kelshaw, gets it back. And Rahana Khalil's got a great 3-point shot that I'm sure we'll be seeing at some point in today's game. Long 2 is up but doesn't go. Brindley for the Bears. Over to Hall. Brindley gets it back, passes inside and fighting inside to get to the basket, but can't make it fall. Mystics come up with it, and that, I believe that was a charging foul called on Becky Bellis there, which we've got a few few stares of disbelief from the crowd, but yeah, charging foul called on Becky Bellis. So Mystics on 5 fouls from now on. Assistant coach Rob Fairley's just having a chat with the referee about that one. So Hall to inbound and stolen by Khalil. Owens there, passes it off to Kelshot. It's broken up by the Bears. Good attempt from the Bears there to stop the fast break, put the pressure on, force the Mystics to have to face a full defence of 5-on-5. Inbound to Khalil. She'll take the shot and hit that one. First points in the game for Rahana. Mansfield. Inside to Mitswigan. She's going against Illingworth, swings it round, great pass all the way outside, and can't get that one to drop. Khalil with another rebound. Owen is going all the way, manages to get her own rebound and keep the ball alive. I think we've got a jump ball there after the Bears jump in on it. And Owen was really pressured defensively as she tried to get the ball up. Did a great job to keep it alive and get the rebound though. So we got a timeout Bears. Mystics with a 3-point lead, 3:25 to go in the first quarter. So as I said before, National Cup knockout stages. It's always exciting when you've got a knockout. And last year's winners, the Stockport Lapwings, they played their first game of the Cup yesterday. They won that one, so they head to the next round, obviously looking to defend their title, as they had that absolutely fantastic fairy tale run as a Division 2 team, knocking out Division 1 teams left, right and centre, getting to the final, knocking out the Solent Kestrels in an absolute thriller in overtime. So more of that to come in January, you hope. But back to today, we're still in the early stages of the knockout, so it's going to be end line Mystics ball, Kelshaw with the inbound. We've just got 3:25 to go in the first, 3-point Mystics lead. Kelshaw over to Bellis, and it's tipped away by Mansfield. Bellis manages to keep control of it, but she's going to put her foot over the line, so backcourt violation for the Mystics. Great defense from Sophie Mansfield for the Bears. Ball passes over. Khalil gets a hand on that one, manages to tap it off one of the Bears players, so it goes back with the Mystics. And Rahana Khalil is the kind of player that's going to be able to do that. She does so many things that you notice. She scores, she rebounds, but then she also does a lot of those little things that don't show up on the stat sheet. The JLC, the Joe Leadham column, as Adam Masters from Brand 161 and Below the Pod like to call it, as we all do here. The Joe Leadham column, those things, that hard work you put in that don't show up on the stat sheet, but are incredibly valuable to a team and help you get the win, as Owen fires up a 3, and that is not going to go. Hall over to Brindley. Mansfield kicks it back to Hall. Inside to McSwiggan. And forces a turnover. Khalil comes up with that one. Really tough D from the Mystics. Khalil over to Bellis. Swings it back. Kelshaw looking to get inside. I think the paint was a bit clogged there for the Mystics. Illingworth to Khalil, and she is fouled as she heads to the line. Great pass and great sight from Rebecca Illingworth to get the ball there to Rahana Khalil as she's fouled. So Corin McIntosh and Lucy Buxton coming back in for the Bromsgrove Bears. And Corin McIntosh, one of the taller players that we'll see on court, and the Mystics are going to have to work quite hard to try and contain her. Khalil's first free throw is good. And so is the second. 4 points for her in today's game. Brindley over to Mansfield. Hall swings it around to Buxton, inside to McIntosh, going against Illingworth. Gets her own rebound. Hall puts it up. I think Owen got a hand on that one, bit of a block there. Bryan to Khalil. Illingworth swings it round. Owen to Kelshaw. Khalil and Illingworth inside, manages to pick it up and finish it off. Great hustle from Rebecca Illingworth. Gives the Mystics a 7-point lead. Mansfield over to Buxton. That's going to be a travel call on the Bears. As Natalie Lamb and Grace Tuck check into the game. Niamh Kelshaw and Rahana Khalil take a well-deserved rest for the Mystics. Natalie Lamb, a player that had an immediate impact when she came off the bench in the last game. Swinging it round. Owen, her three is up, and that is no good. Holly Bryan grabs the rebound, and she'll put it back in. Mystics doing a great job on the boards. Brindley swings it round to Hall. Into McSwiggan. Brindley. Buxton. She comes up against two Mystics players. Illingworth over to Bryan, and Bryan is all alone and can't finish the layup. Manages to get the rebound though, and it'll just be... Oh, that wasn't knocked away. That was just a bit of an errant pass. As we see Amani Rodriguez and Lucy Humphreys back into the ballgame for the Bears. So 16-7 Mystics lead. We've got just under a minute to go in the first quarter. Mystics seem to have found a rhythm here late in the second half of the first quarter. As Lamb gets fouled, that's only going to be the third team foul on the Bears. Lamb into Owen, gets it back. Illingworth inside, Owen's there. Thought about the shot, goes baseline, and that's going to go off. The Bears back with the Mystics. So 8 seconds on the shot clock. Illingworth has it for the Mystics. They took to inbound and knocked away. So still end line at Mystics ball. Bears just taking some time off the clock there. Lamb gets it into Tuck. Swings it around to Bryan. And she drives and steps through, and a great move to the basket, but just can't finish the layup. But she gets her own rebound. As Owen gets it, steps inside, can't finish, and the Bears come up with it. They're going to get the last shot of the quarter. We've got 15 in the quarter. Rodriguez to Buxton underneath. Tough shot. Gets her own rebound and passes it out. And Brindley manages to keep it inside. 3 seconds to shoot. Rodriguez steps through. Rodriguez. And that is going to be it for the quarter. I think the Bears may not have realised how much time they didn't have left on the clock. But that will do it for the first quarter. So the Mystics have a 16-7 lead over the Bears. They are led by Rahana Khalil and Hannah Alty with 4 points apiece. And Rahana Khalil, last game, she dropped 15 for the Mystics. As I say, we don't get rebounding stats and assist stats here in Division 2. But, I mean, by my count, she had a lot, which is it's better than the figure. A lot is a better number. And Natalie Lamb, again, putting some great defensive pressure on, coming off the bench. And the Mystics in a really good position where they have a bench that's relatively deep. You know, they've got players that can just come off the bench, knocking some threes. They've got a lot of experience on this team, especially with the addition of Rahana Khalil. And I don't think you can see it on the stream, but we can see her in the timeout. She's really encouraging the team. She's, getting involved in explaining to players where they need to be, and that's exactly the kind of great leader that she is, and that we'll see throughout the season on this team. And the experience that she has playing for Stockport and having played for so many years, coaching as well as she does, it's a real benefit to this Mystics team. So teams back on court. Second quarter is about to get underway. And it's going to be Mystics ball to start the quarter. Sorry, I just knocked my microphone. Holly Bryan with the inbound. 16-7 at Mystics lead. Natalie Lamb against Mansfield. Lamb directing things over to Bryan. Illingworth's there. Kicks it back to Bryan. Bryan drives, passes out, and it's going to be knocked away. The Bears doing a very good job of getting just a hand on the ball to knock it out of bounds as well. Not coming up with the steal, but putting the pressure on. That's something that takes the time off the clock and can be quite irritating as well when you're on offense. So doing a very good job of the Bears. Illingworth drives inside, hangs, can't get that one to go. Mansfield comes up with it. Brindley over to Rodriguez. Brindley stepping inside. Her pass is broken up and Bryan comes away with it. Tuck and Owen on the break. Maddie Owen lays it in for 2. And great awareness from Grace Tuck there. 18-7. Brindley to Buxton. Buxton goes baseline and unlucky, can't get that one to fall. Tuck grabs the rebound. Bryan over to Illingworth. I think something just dropped off for someone. Illingworth with a 2. Something's just I think some shorts have they've lost the thread. Buxton to Mansfield. Mansfield's going against Lamb. She's going to pass it over to Brindley. Rodriguez. Mansfield fouls inside. She's met by Tuck. Hands it off to Rodriguez, who tries the floater. That's not going to go. Rebound Bears. Can't get the putback rebound again. Great move from Humphries to put it in. And some tough offensive rebounding from the Bears on that possession. Puts the lead to 11. Bryan. Over to Lamb. She steps through inside, high off the glass, can't get it to fall, but a great move from Lamb to get to the basket. Brindley with the short jumper, doesn't fall. Illingworth gets the rebound. Lamb over to Owen. Owen's got loads of space, and 3 doesn't go. Bears got a bit lucky on that one. You can't leave Maddie Owen open too long. Illingworth. And Owen manages to save it over to Lamb. And we've got a foul call. Sorry, stepped out of bounds, so it's back with the Bears. So we see Hannah Alty come back into the game, along with Becky Bellis for the Mystics. Maddie Owen heading to the bench. And Rebecca Illingworth. Hall working against Lamb. Ovis Rodriguez spins it round to Buxton. Kicks it back out. Brindley puts the shot up, and that one's not going to fall. Great boxing out from Hannah Alty on that possession to get Holly Bryan the space to grab the rebound. Lamb, she's got space. Shot is up, and that won't go. And that is going to be a foul call on Natalie Lamb. That's her first team foul for the Mystics this quarter. We've got 7:16 to go in this half. Grace Tuck going to head to the bench, and Nat Furtado coming in for the Mystics. And Nat Furtado, another player with WBBL experience with the Manchester Met Mystics the last few seasons. Again, bringing that experience to Division 2. And another player that's very involved coaching-wise, does a fantastic job coaching some of the younger age groups at the Manchester Basketball Centre in the Magic and Mystics programme. So Helen Winter in for Lucy Buxton for the Bears. Furtado looking to get it inside. She does to Bryan. Gets it back out. Furtado to Bellis. Bellis looking to work inside. She's met by two Bears. Bryan. Bears doing a great job of clogging up the paint and making it really difficult for the Mystics to get inside. Rodriguez to Brindley. And finished by Humphreys. Bears cut the lead to 9, so it's going to be a timeout Mystics. Assistant coach Rob Fairley wants a timeout, wants to talk things over. Bears on the last few possessions, as I say, doing a fantastic job of stopping the Mystics as soon as they're getting into the paint. They're forcing them to kick the ball back outside. And they're able to do that with their height and their presence in the key. So Mystics, you're going to think to counter that, they've had a few open looks, none have dropped so far from three-point line today. And you're going to think that they're going to need to see some of those go in if they're going to be able to keep the Bears at bay. As the teams head back onto court, we've got 6:29 to go in the second quarter. As it will be Bears ball. Oh, apologies, it will be Mystics ball. A lot happened in that timeout. Holly Bryan bringing up the ball for the Mystics. Bryan to Furtado. Bellis. Inside to Alty. Alty kicks it out. Furtado to Lamb. 6 on the shot clock. Lamb guarded by Hall. Gets it to Furtado. Furtado tries to get inside. No look pass to Bryan. Holly Bryan from the baseline. Can't get that one to drop. That was a fantastic pass. But Hannah Alty manages to clean it up and puts it back in. Rodriguez. Inside to McSwiggan. And the Bears answer. Lamb with the 3. High arc on that one. It's not going to fall. As Rodriguez goes all the way. Bellis with some great D to put her off. And Furtado grabs the rebound. It's going to be a call on Rodriguez as Furtado had grabbed it. So team foul on the Bears. So Becky Bellis, I've mentioned this before. I love watching Becky Bellis play basketball. She is she's a great scorer, but she's also a great defensive presence, and she does those things where she gets in the way of your shot. She makes you take a very difficult shot, and again, something that doesn't show up on the stat sheet, but I say this in the nicest way possible, she gets in the way, and it's really difficult defensively. Oh, Rahana Khalil with a reverse layup. Beautiful pass and shot from Rahana Khalil there. As Brindley steps through, and how she makes that one, I don't know. Mystics coming back. Kelshaw with the ball. Over to Alti. Kelshaw into Khalil. She's bumped on the baseline. So end line Mystics ball. Kelshaw into Furtado. She's got space there. Bit too strong on that shot. Ball over to Winter. Winter's got Furtado on her. Swings it round to Brindley. Rodriguez. Back to Brindley. Inside. And great D from Khalil and Alti. Alti's trying to pass the ball out. Oh, it's going to be a jump ball as Alti couldn't get the pass off, and McSwiggan did a great job of getting her hands on the ball, so it's with the Bears. Ball to McSwiggan. She's got Alti on her. Passes it over to Brindley from the free throw line, and nothing but net on that one. Bears cut the lead to 7, just over 4 minutes to go in the first half. Bellis to Furtado. Kelshaw calling for the screen. She gets it from Alti. Passes to Alti. Alti inside and underneath. That was a really tough shot, really far underneath the basket. Furtado gets the rebound though, and Alti tries the jumper. It doesn't go. Ball over to Brindley. Gets it back. Hall for 3. Too strong. McSwiggan almost keeps it inside. Does she? No, it's going to be a foul call on Alti. Great hustle from Becky McSwiggan. So end line Bears ball. Ball into McSwiggan. Kicks it out to Brindley. Shots up, and that is good. That was a long 2. Bears cut the lead to 5. Kelshaw to Khalil. Swings it around to Furtado. Alti with the long 2. Doesn't go, but Khalil's there for the rebound. She turns, spins, and how did she get that to fall? That was an amazing scoop layup. Rahana Khalil. She's got 8 points in the game so far. Brindley. Alti. And McSwiggan is going to get fouled. As we'll see, Rebecca Illingworth come in for the Mystics. Hannah Alti's going to head to the bench because that is 3 fouls on Hannah Alti, who has 6 points in today's game so far. So the foul was called on the floor, so it's end line Bears ball. Hall looking to get it inside. McSwiggan's there. She's got Furtado on her. McSwiggan tries to get inside, swings it out, gets it back. And that's going to be foul on Nat Furtado. That's going to be her 3rd also. So Mystics in a little bit of early foul trouble this half. As Maddie Owen checks into the game, Nat Furtado is going to have to head to the bench. So 14 fouls for the Mystics this quarter to the Bears 2. Hall on the inbound. Brindley into Mansfield. She's got Bellis on her. McSwiggan, and she's able to lay it in. We've got a 5-point ball game, 2-possession game. Khalil looking to go inside. Illingworth working against McSwiggan. High hook shot. Doesn't get it to drop. Manages to keep it alive. Owen with the running floater. And Maddie Owen puts it back in. That's a huge bucket for her. 6 points for Owen. Winter to Mansfield. Winter gets it back. Her 3 is up. And that is good. Nothing but net. That's a huge bucket. 24 points for the Bears. Bellis, space inside, drives to the basket, and she was able to find a clear path there. McSwiggan inside, can't get that to drop. Illingworth comes up with the rebound. Khalil leading the way for the Mystics. Over to Bellis. Owen back to Khalil. Khalil for 3. Doesn't fall. And Bears come up with it. Owen putting the pressure on. And that's going to be foul call on the Mystics. As we got substitution, we're going to see Lucy Buxton come back in and Corin McIntosh for the Bears. Dawn Hall and Becky McSwiggan head to the bench. Becky McSwiggan having done a great job inside. So Becky Brindley at the line. Her first shot is good. And so is the second. We've got a 4-point game. Bears having done a great job this second half of this quarter, coming back into it with the Mystics were leading by 11. Illingworth. Into Khalil. Can't quite keep it alive, so it is a turnover and back with the Bears. Just over a minute to go in the first half. As Mystics put the pressure on, full court defense. Owen will get the ball. She doesn't get the shot to drop, but she's going to head to the line. And Maddie Owen and Rahana Khalil are putting on some full court pressure, double teaming the ball, able to come up with the steal and head to the line. Great, great possession from the Mystics. Owen's first free throw just pops out. And second one just a bit too short. So McIntosh comes up with the rebound, hands it over to the Bears. Buxton is going to be fouled. No, sorry, that's just she's out of bounds. It was knocked out of bounds. So sideline Mystics ball. We've got just under a minute to go. 4-point game. Bears having cut an 11-point lead to 4. And Mystics are going to want to finish this half strong. Kelshaw over to Illingworth. Illingworth with the long 2. That shot's too strong. Bellis gets the rebound over to Khalil. Can't finish. And ball is loose, but Buxton comes up with it. And that is going to be a travel call on the Bears. So ball is back with the Mystics. 36.8 in the half. Kelshaw directing traffic, hands it off to Khalil. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Illingworth, nice cut inside, can't quite finish. McIntosh comes up with the rebound. And Illingworth steals it away. Owen's there with the floater, doesn't go. Kelshaw brings it back out. Bellis is going to drive. Ball's loose again on the floor, and we got a jump ball call, which is going to stay with the Mystics. So 11.8 in the half, as the Mystics are going to have a timeout to talk things over. So they are going to want to set up a play to take the final shot of the half, increase their lead as they head into half time. And we've got quite a back and forth game here. We're both teams putting the defensive pressure on as well, forcing the turnovers, getting a hand on the ball to knock it out of bounds, getting a bit scrappy at some ends, but it's that kind of game when you get to the knockout stages of a cup or any kind of knockout playoff time, knockout cup. It's win or go home. So you've got to hustle every possession. You've got to go after. You've got to keep fighting through the whole game. And Bears, credit to them, having done a great job as well to come back from being down double figures earlier in this half. So teams back on court. 11.8 seconds in this first half. Kelshaw is going to have the inbound for the Mystics. Kelshaw, Illingworth's there, gets the space under the basket. I think McIntosh's got a hand on that one. Buxton's got 6 seconds against Khalil. Buxton. And it's going to be a charging call on Buxton. Charging foul on the Bears, so ball is back with the Mystics. They've got 2.6 to get something off. So Kelshaw's going to get it into Khalil. She's going to get it back, going to have to put something up from the halfway line. That's not going to go. Illingworth tries to rebound, was after the buzzer, so that will do it for the first half. 30-26, the Mystics lead, and they are led by 8 points from Rahana Khalil and 6 points from Maddie Owen and Hannah Alty. The Mystics with Hannah Alty also and Nat Furtado on 3 fouls each as well. So you wonder how far into the third quarter it might be before we see them back on the court, as obviously 2 very valuable players to the Mystics. And you don't want them to foul out or get into too much more foul trouble too early on. And the Bears did a fantastic job, as we said, coming back from a double-figure deficit, and they were really able to put pressure on inside, clog the paint, so stop the Mystics getting to the basket, although Rebecca Illingworth has definitely found a way to get inside. She's had some great cuts inside and been able to finish, so super impressive to see, and an exciting game on our hands. 4 points in it, just a 2-possession game. So we're going to take a quick break for about 10 minutes, and we'll be back for the second half and some more National Cup action shortly. Welcome back to the Manchester Basketball Centre. We're about to get the second half underway between the Manchester Mystics and the Bromsgrove Bears in the National Cup knockout rounds. Mystics have a 4-point lead, 30-26, as we get things underway. Brindley for the Bears, over to Hall, to Rodriguez. She's got Furtado on her. Rodriguez swings it round. Winter over to Hall. Rodriguez thought about the shot, passes inside to Humphries, stolen away by Rebecca Illingworth. Over to Khalil, and Rodriguez and Illingworth fighting for the ball on the floor. It's going to be a jump ball. That will be with the Bears. So Bellis against Hall. Bellis swings it around to Furtado. We've seen that Furtado back into the game. She's on 3 fouls, but she doesn't care about that as she drives in and scoops the layup in. We were wondering if we might see Furtado and Halty on the bench a little bit into this second half, but she's starting. So that's good to see for the Mystics. Brindley. Rodriguez keeping it alive. Brindley gets it back. Runs into Bellis. And it's going to be a foul on Becky Bellis, her second. Hall passes it over to Winter. Brindley, she'll put up the shot and nails it. Tough shot from Brindley. Brings the Bears back to within 4. Khalil passes inside to Bellis. He kicks it out. Furtado's there. Just trying to drive it inside, and she's going to get fouled as she does. So it's going to be a blocking foul on the Bears. End line Mystics ball. Kelshaw with the inbound. Tried to get into Illingworth, and it's stolen away by Winter. Over to Rodriguez. She wasn't going against Bellis, slowed it down. And Kelshaw comes away with the steal. Kelshaw and Khalil. Khalil underneath and you get bumped. And I think that's going to be on the floor, not actually on the shot. Didn't look like she went up yet. So yeah, end line ball. As Jess Cooper comes into the game for the Bears. Lucy Humphrey's going to head to the bench. Khalil, and she strips on that possession. Rodriguez comes up with it for the Bears. Again, some more tough D from Bromsgrove. Brindley passes it over to Winter. Fakes the shot, puts it up. That one's a bit too short, so it's out of bounds, and Mystics will get it back. 32-28. Mystics lead. 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. Khalil to Furtado. Furtado's driving. And again, another foul on the Bears. That's their third. Mystics with it inbound again, a fresh 14. Kelshaw to Khalil. Inside to Illingworth. Turns, spins, too strong off the glass. Hall with the rebound for the Bears. Brindley, quarterback, passes it up the court. And it's not able to be kept in, so Mystics will get it back. Kelshaw hands it off to Illingworth. She gets it back. Khalil drives baseline. Oh, beautiful step inside from Rahana Khalil. It's 10 points for her in today's game, leading all scorers. Brindley powering against Bellis, passes off, and just a little bit of a miscommunication there on that pass as it goes out of bounds and is back with the Mystics. So Furtado into Kelshaw. Illingworth, oh, she's got space. Great pass underneath the basket. And Rebecca Illingworth does a fantastic job finishing. She's got 6 points. And Illingworth has done a great job all game of getting to the basket, finding the space in those lanes that are really clogged up. She's doing a really good job of manoeuvring inside. Rodriguez to Winter, swings it around to Hall. And Cooper with a shot, can't get it to finish. I think the Mystics were expecting a charge call on there. Kelshaw over to Illingworth. She steps inside and that's not going to drop, but she's going to head to the line again. Rebecca Illingworth doing a great job of working inside, and it's tough. She's coming up against some really tough players. They're really making her work for it. So Niamh Kelshaw heading to the bench along with Becky Bellis for the Mystics. Holly Bryan and Natalie Lamb coming into the game. As Illingworth's going to shoot 2 at the line. First shot short. And second is good. Takes the Mystics to 37. Hall powers up the court, passes it off to Rodriguez. Brindley, she's going to drive, passes it off, and a great pass. Becky McSwiggan finishes, but what a pass from Hall. As Mystics can't finish on that possession, Lamb and Rodriguez, going to be a jump ball. And it's Bears ball on that possession. Both teams just diving on the floor, going after the ball. They want to win this game. We got 5:57 left in the third. Mystics with a full court press. Brindley trying to break it. Off the screen from Hall. Needs to get the ball over the line. She's not able to. It's stolen away by Khalil. Swings it round to Lamb. Lamb's got space there for the shot if she wants it. Passes it over to Illingworth. Furtado to Bryan. Bryan for 3. Holly Bryan nails a 3 for the Mystics. Huge shot. Gives the Mystics a 10-point lead. Mansfield driving up the court. Swings it over, and it's going to be too high. And it's out of bounds. Timeout Bears, who will just want to talk things over as the Mystics just seem to have upped the tempo a little bit these last minute or so. The last 90 seconds have really put some pressure on and been able to score some points, increase that lead that the Bears had got down to 4 back up to 10. So your Mystics are led by Rahana Khalil. She has 10 points. And Rebecca Illingworth is on 7. Really, really impressive performance from Rebecca Illingworth today. She's done absolutely fantastic inside a very tough assignment today, especially against the height that this Bromsgrove team have got. And she's been able to find her way into the basket and find those lanes that just look to be so clogged and so difficult to get inside. But she's done a great job. The Bears just probably want to talk this over a little bit. You can see head coach Sophie Wellborn just saying, slow things down a little bit. They've had some really good runs of Bromsgrove and done a great job to cut the lead down to 4. Their pressure inside is making it really tough for the Mystics. So I think they kind of want to go back to what was working for them late in that second quarter. So we are back underway in the third. Illingworth, long 2, Shots up for her. It's just going to bounce out. Buxton spins over to Hall. And Bears playing a little bit small at the moment, playing some small ball. Buxton swings it round. Hall inside. Pass is broken up. Illingworth comes away with it. Lamb, she's going to go one-on-one baseline. Gets it back, step back. Shot's just a bit too strong. Buxton. Over to Mansfield. Furtado putting the pressure on. Hall thought about the shot inside to McSwiggan. She's doubled, kicks it out to Buxton, 6 on the shot clock. Buxton with a long jumper. It's not going to go. McSwiggan with the rebound. And we got another jump ball. Back with the Mystics. And we are going to see Hannah Alty come back in for the Mystics, along with Grace Tuck. Rebecca Illingworth and Nat Furtado are going to head to the bench. So Alty on 3 fouls for the Mystics. And that might be why we've not seen her a little bit earlier in this quarter. Bryan inside to Alty. Against McSwiggan, swings it round to Tuck. Bryan's got space, 3 is up and it's not going to drop. McSwiggan with the rebound. Mansfield over to Brindley. Long 2 is up and that is good. Becky Brindley with a big 2. Bryan over to Tuck at the 3-point line. Inside to Alty. She's going against McSwiggan. Turns, fires off the glass. Great move from Hannah Alty. She's got 8 points. 42-32. Mystics with a 10-point lead. Pass inside is knocked away by the Mystics. Lamb got a hand on it, but Hall gets it back. McSwiggan. And that's a tough move from McSwiggan. She's going to get fouled and she's going to head to the line. So Becky McSwiggan at the line for the Bears, looking to cut this 10-point lead to single digits. First shot's not going to drop. And second one won't, but Bears get the rebound. Buxton back to McSwiggan, and she's going to get fouled again, so back to the line for Becky McSwiggan. And that foul was on. That was on Hannah Alty, so that is going to be her 4th, as she's going to have to check back out of the game, and Rebecca Illingworth comes in. And that's the position the Mystics don't want to find themselves in, with Hannah Alty on 4 fouls with still a quarter to go. So McSwiggan, first shot is short. Second is good. Brings the Bears within 9. Bryan bringing it up over to Owen. To Illingworth. Illingworth pass inside. Going to be a kick ball. Back with the Mystics. We've seen a bit of point Illingworth there on that possession. Don't often see that too much. So Lamb with it inbound. Over to Illingworth. She's doubled, turns, spins, and passes turned over. Mansfield's going all the way, and that's going to be a foul call on Grace Tuck. Mansfield is going to head to the line. And I think Tuck did a really good job quite early on. It was just a very late sort of last minute step in front where she committed the foul, but she was doing a really good job to keep up with her and avoid fouling just until the last second. So obviously Mansfield pleased she's going to be able to draw the foul. Chance for a couple of points on the board. As she hits the first. And second one's too strong, but she gets her own rebound. Great play from Sophie Mansfield. And then Holly Bryan dives on it. We got another jump ball. I think this is a stat that should be recorded. How many jump balls does someone force in a game? Because, I mean, that shows your hustle. That shows how many times you're diving on the floor after a ball. But ball is going to stay with the Bears. Who have got a chance to get this 8-point lead cut down a bit further. Hall over to Buxton. Brindley is going to drive. Can't get past Owen. Great D from Maddie Owen there. Bryan bringing it up for the Mystics. Bryan, she's going to go all the way. Stops. I think she just went a bit too far. And it's going to be a... Oh, we got one. I think we got a couple of different calls on that one. I think that was a technical foul call on the Bears. Yes, technical foul on the Bears. So Bryan will be shooting. And she hits it. 6 points for Holly Bryan. It takes the Mystics back to 9. So as that was a travel call on the initial play with Bryan when she was driving to the basket, the Bears get the ball back, but there was a technical foul in between, which is why the Mystics had the shot. So Buxton driving all the way off the glass. Tough move from Lucy Buxton. And just as the Mystics start to inch away, the Bears just keep coming back. They will not go away. Lamb. Oh, what a pass from Lamb. And Bryan can't finish. Natalie Lamb with a behind the back, no look pass. That was incredible. Brindley steals it. Buxton comes up with it. Illingworth's in the way. Steals it back for the Mystics. Over to Owen. Swings it to Bryan. She's got space underneath. Bit too strong, and she's going to get the foul call on there. So Holly Bryan's going to head to the line. What a sequence. Natalie Lamb, oh my goodness, that pass was incredible. They're the kind of players when you just you want the finish so badly, so you can watch it back on a highlight tape. So Holly Bryan's at the line. And first shot is no good. Second one rolls out, and Illingworth and Rodriguez fighting for the rebound. Rodriguez is the one that comes up with it, hands it over to Hall. Bears looking to cut into this lead. Mansfield thought about the shot, comes up against Owen. And smothering D from the Mystics. Illingworth comes up with another steal. Bryan over to Lamb. Tuck's in the corner. 3 is up, and Grace Tuck nails the 3 for the Mystics. Takes them to a 10-point lead. Mansfield. Over to Humphreys. Illingworth swarming Humphreys. Brindley spins. She's met by Bryan and can't get anything off it. Mystics doing a fantastic job just building a wall inside. Illingworth over to Owen. Owen with a tough shot off the glass. Maddie Owen's got 8 points in the game and takes the lead to 12. We've got just under a minute to go in the third. Mansfield can't finish, grabs her own rebound. Bears doing a fantastic job on the offensive board as she passes it over to Humphreys, who does manage to lay it in. Bears might not be getting their initial shot, but they're doing a good job of following it through. Illingworth nearly has it knocked away. Tries to drive. Humphrey stops it. Lamb, baseline. And yeah, I think we had a late whistle on the travel call there. And again, some great D from the Bears just to put pressure on the ball, get a hand on the ball, which forces the offensive player to move with it. So 12.5 to go in the third. Bears can hold for the last shot. Mansfield gets it over the timeline. 6 seconds. Passes it to Hall. Nearly stolen away. Bears get it back. 3 is up. That's too strong. And that will do it for the end of the third. What an end of the quarter we had there. Mystics hold on to a 10-point lead at 48-38 as they head into the fourth. And some incredible D from both teams on both ends. The Mystics are led by Rahana Khalil, who has 10 points. And Maddie Owen and Hannah Alty on 8 points apiece. So one more quarter to go in the knockout rounds of the National Cup. Who's going to be heading on to the next round? Mystics with a 10-point lead currently. And Bromsgrove have done a great job all game of, despite the Mystics lead, they've been able to just chip away and come back to it. Things did turn quite quickly there towards the end of the first that quarter, and there's no doubt that Bromsgrove are going to be able to come back re-energised in the fourth and keep doing what they were doing when they were able to chip into that lead and bring the game to within 4. And after today, the Mystics will be back in action on Saturday the 6th against the Sheffield Sabres Elite. That will be away in Sheffield. The next home game will be on the 27th of November against Team Sunderland. So head down to the Manchester Basketball Centre at Whalley Range or catch us online, as we will be bringing you all the home games for the Manchester Mystics in D2 this season on the Manchester Magic and Mystics YouTube channel. So make sure to like and subscribe so you won't miss a game, and follow us on social media to keep up to date with everything. So 10 minutes more in this game to go. Mystics with a 10-point lead. Bryan hands it off to Kelshaw. He's going up against Humphreys. Pass is a bit too strong. Bellis manages to keep it in. Great save from Becky Bellis. Maddie Owen with a scoop layup can't go, but Becky Bellis able to keep the ball alive. As we got another turnover, so ball's back with the Mystics. Kelshaw looking for a bit of help there. I think she wanted to screen. Bellis turns, spins. Great footwork from Becky Bellis to get to the basket. Can't finish that one as Manfield goes against Kelshaw. Brindley over to Hall. Rodriguez drives to the basket. Great move. Oh, just can't finish. Really unlucky from Amani Rodriguez to not be able to get the ball to drop on that one. Lucy Buxton is going to come back in for the Bears, and Lucy Humphrey is going to head to the bench. Ball over to Buxton. Owens all over her. Maddie Owens doing a great job. Oh, and she steals it. And that is going to be a foul on Lucy Buxton. Maddie Owen doing a fantastic job. So first team foul on the Bears. And I often speak a lot about the defense of this Mystics team, and you know, I'll speak to players after the game. They do credit their defense. They are a very defensive-minded team. I think the whole Manchester program is here at the Manchester Basketball Centre, and it's something that works very well for them. They really pride themselves on that. As Becky Bellis drives to the basket, and She's not going to get the shot to drop, but she's going to head to the line. So Becky Bellis for 2. Had a really strong showing last time out, 13 points against the Manchester Valkyries. As her first free throw doesn't drop. And a relatively low scoring game for the Mystics today, 48-38, but I think that just accounts for both teams' defensive pressure that they've been putting on. And we've got a lane violation, so Bellis will get a 3rd attempt. And can't get that one to fall. Buxton grabs the rebound. Hall, pass inside, Buxton round to Brindley. Brindley's shot is up, and that is good. Lead is back down to 8 for the Mystics. Kelshaw looking to step inside. She's met by 2 Bears. Swings it over to Bellis. Bellis loses it. Bears coming back. Brindley just looking to slow things down a bit. Rodriguez over to Brindley. Hall can't get inside. Kelshaw's just putting the pressure on. 8 on the shot clock. Mansfield steps through. Shot's too strong. Gets her own rebound. Rodriguez inside, off the glass. And Lucy Buxton, with the reverse that nearly dropped. That was beautiful, but it wouldn't fall. Bears, again, doing a fantastic job crashing the boards, getting those offensive rebounds. Just really unlucky to not be able to get the shot to drop. As we see Grace Tuck head to the bench and Nat Furtado check in. .46 to go in the 4th quarter. Mystics with an 8-point lead. Furtado over to Bellis. She comes up against Buxton and Rodriguez. And that is going to be a foul call on Rodriguez. It's going to be her 3rd. Kelshaw to Owen. Owen off the glass, a bit too strong. Hall with the rebound, but it's intercepted by Bryan. Kelshaw driving. She's got loads of space. Drives away to the basket, but can't get the layup to fall. Bears didn't collapse the defense on that possession. Kelshaw steals it away. She's all alone. Neve Kelshaw off the glass and in. Leads back to 10 for the Mystics. And Owen just comes from behind, nearly steals it away. It's not going to go. We're going to have a substitution. Helen Winter in for Dawn Hall. And Holly Bryan heading to the bench as we see Hannah Alty come back in. And Alty on 4 fouls with 7:05 to go in the 4th quarter. Rodriguez over to Buxton. She's got a lot of space. Shot is up and that's not going to fall. Stolen away. Buxton gets another chance. She's fouled, so she's going to head to the line. And again, the Bears doing a great job of getting the shot. If it's not dropping, they are getting the rebound. They just need to be able to finish on those second chance points. So Buxton for 2. Again, a chance to cut this lead to single digits. The Bears keep getting close and the Mystics just pull away a little bit. Buxton's first shot doesn't go. Second is good. 9-point lead for the Mystics. Kelshaw over to Owen. Kelshaw gets it back. And she's going to step through off the glass. Tough shot from Neve Kelshaw. She's got 6. Winter working against Owen. Owen with almost stolen it away. She's done a great job of getting her hands on that. I've just got I don't know if you can tell from the stream, but I've got the perfect view right in front of me. She's got such long arms. She's able to get round and knock the ball away. Great D from Maddie Owen. And Brindley is going to step out of bounds. I think there was a collective holding their breath from the Mystics as Hannah Alty was defending. We didn't want that to be a 5th foul on Alty, but it'll be an out of bounds call, so Mystics get it back. So Kelshaw controlling things, 52-41, 6:19 to go in the 4th quarter. Furtado. Kelshaw out to Owen. Thought about the 3. She drives baseline. Pass is stolen away by Brindley. Manages to keep it alive. Buxton needs to get it over the halfway line, and back. Her pass is just a bit too strong for Brindley to keep hold of it. Rodriguez, sorry, that was Rodriguez trying to catch that one. So Kelshaw hands it into Owen and gets it back. Alty turns and fires and banks it in. The bank's open on Sunday evening for Hannah Alty. I think she was expecting to set a screen, got a pass and thought, I'm going to shoot that. Alty over to Furtado. Owen into Alty, turns, spins, and that's going to be foul. And we're going to have a timeout, Mystics. So Mystics just able to increase their lead slightly these last 90 seconds or so. 54-41. They're just able to pull above that 10-point mark where they've been hovering around for quite a bit. So Bromsgrove need to make a bit of a run here as we head into the last 5 minutes 30. So Mystics are led on 10 points by Hannah Alty and Rahana Khalil. Maddie Owen has 8 and Neve Kelshaw and Holly Bryan have 6. So teams coming back on court, 5:27 to play. It's win or go home in the National Cup knockout stages. Kelshaw with the inbound. Over to Bellis. Bellis drives it back out, gets it to Alty. She's got the mismatch. Alty's shot's a bit too strong, but Kelshaw manages to get the rebound. Owen for 3. That looked like it was going in. It didn't. It was just too short. Buxton passes it over to Rodriguez. She drives through, kicks it out. Alty intercepts it. And Alty, she's going one-on-one. Furtado gets it as she scoops it inside. And that is going to be a charging foul on Nat Furtado. That's her 4th. So Alty and Furtado both on 4 fouls apiece for the Mystics. It's definitely something the Bears could look to take advantage of. So Mystics putting on the press and Bellis just bumps Buxton. And just under 5 minutes to go. Still a long time in a basketball game. And we don't want to let things come down to free throws. So Winter with the inbound gets it over to Brindley. Brindley gets it back, free throw line, and that's not going to fall. Bellis jumps up for the rebound. Over to Furtado. Buxton's on her. Furtado brings it back out. Owen into Kelshaw. To Alty. Alty's underneath, and she can't get that one to drop. Buxton with the rebound, powering up the court. As Buxton has it back. And pass over to Winter is just knocked out of bounds by Niamh Kelshaw. We're going to see Lucy Humphreys come back in for the Bears. And Lucy Buxton is going to head to the bench. It's Brindley working against Owen. She passes inside to Humphreys. Humphreys kicks it out. Brindley gets it back. Shot is up. 3 is no good. Kelshaw to Khalil, who's back in the game. Khalil drives baseline, gets bumped, going to be out of bounds. So 4:02 to go, 54-41, Mystics lead. Alty inside, can't get that to drop. And Winter swings it over. Owen jumps in for the steal. Over to Kelshaw. Kelshaw and Khalil. Khalil's going to slow it down. Into Alty. Over to Owen. Owen driving, steps baseline, and that was a tough shot. Gets her own rebound and puts it back in. Maddie Owen with a really tough shot and doing a great job to be able to follow her shot and put it back in. 10 points in the game for her. Humphreys over to Mansfield. Winter got 4 on the shot clock. Bears need to get something up. 2 to shoot. 1 and shot clock violation. Mystics force a turnover. Khalil and Furtado's there. Khalil passes it off to Furtado. Khalil gets it back and can't finish. She's able to keep it inside though. Goes baseline and she's bumped. Knocked out of bounds and Bears ball, as we're going to see Holly Bryan, Natalie Lamb and Grace Tuck head in, but I think we've got a timeout first. So 56-41, Mystics have been able to hold on to this lead and just pull away ever so slightly these last few minutes. Bears are going to need to make a really strong push these last 2 minutes 53 to get close to the Mystics. So both teams will be back in action on the weekend of the 5th and 6th of November. The Bears are playing at Derby and the Mystics will be away in Sheffield. Mystics back here at home on the 27th of November, so head down, come down and watch. We've got a nice little crowd building up today as well. It was pretty busy last week as well, which is absolutely fantastic to see. Come down and support these teams. Always put on a fantastic performance, and we've got a lot of talent full stop in Manchester. We've also got a lot of young talent as well coming through the ranks of the Magic and Mystics Academy, and it's always great to see these players develop and see the talent of the future of basketball in this country. So back underway, 2:53 to go. Khalil with the inbound to Illingworth. It's knocked away. Mansfield's got it. Humphreys comes up with it. And Rahana Khalil and Rebecca Illingworth just all over. Able to put so much pressure on. Ball's loose. Buxton comes up with it. Tough shot from Lucy Buxton. Great finish for her. She's able to just hang in the air and get the shot over the Mystics. Khalil round to Tuck. Bryan to Lamb. Lamb's got space for a 3. Her shot's up and that's not going to go. We've seen her make that. We know she's a great 3-point shooter, is Natalie Lamb. Illingworth steals it away again. Rebecca Illingworth's got loads of steals. Natalie Lamb just lays it in. Easy 2 for her. And that is all the Mystics players today on the board. A real all-round team effort. Everyone scoring, everyone contributing. And charging foul is called. Rahana Khalil takes the charge. She is tough. And ball is going to go back with the Mystics. So just under 2 minutes to go, and it looks like the Mystics might just have pulled away enough to be moving on to the next stage of the National Cup. Khalil, obviously, with that experience from the Stockport Lackwins last year. Brian to Lamb. Took. Can't keep that one alive. It's going to go back with the Bears. As Buxton is going to inbound. Mansfield drives baseline. She's got Illingworth and took on her. Manages to get it out. Shot's not going to go. Khalil with the rebound. Humphreys nearly steals it away. Khalil and Humphreys fighting for the jump ball. And there was a foul. So that was a foul call, not a jump ball. Foul is on Bromsgrove. So Rahana Khalil is going to shoot 2. And after scoring 15 points last week, she's got 10 so far today, looking to make that 12. And that's probably my fault. I shouldn't have said that. That's the commentator's curse. Sorry, Rahana. You should never speak about free throws when someone's shooting one. As she doesn't hit the second. I'll take full responsibility for that one. Lucy Buxton. Over to Hall against Illingworth. And tough shot inside from Humphreys. Khalil comes up with it. Khalil pressured. Oh, she manages to keep that alive. Over to Brian. Brian for 3. And that is good. Holly Brian with a huge 3 for the Mystics. Takes them to 61. We got 40 seconds left. Hall driving, passes out. Buxton baseline, knocked out of bounds. And it's going to stay with the Bears, but Mystics have done a fantastic job in this quarter and through the whole game, really putting so much pressure on defensively. They've been able to counter the problems they had inside the paint with the Bears. Hall passes it inside. Mansfield, 3 on the shot clock. Mansfield needs to get something up. She's up against Khalil. Buxton, and that is going to be shot clock violation. So 22 seconds to go in the game. Mystics are going to be able to hold for the last possession. Brian over to Tuck. 15 to shoot. Tuck driving. Oh, it's a tough shot from Tuck. Illingworth manages to come up with it, and I think we got a bit of an injury on the floor. It looks like Tuck might have just got a knock as she fell. It's been a physical game. She looks like she's okay, which is good to see. She may have just got a quick knock in the head. But what a game from Grace Tuck as well. Everyone on the Mystics doing a fantastic job today. Everyone on the score sheet. And Khalil is going to inbound with 8 seconds left. That's knocked out. And Mystics get another chance. We've got 5.8. Khalil. Oh, Lamb was there on the right-hand side. Knocked away again by the Bears. And again, this is what we've seen from the Bears most of the game. They've been able to just get a hand on the ball, knock it out. You knock that time off the shot clock. It's a really good credit to them defensively. Kelshot is just going to dribble it out. And that's going to do it. The Mystics are headed on to the next round of the National Cup. and we'll see who they face in a few weeks' time. So they take the win 61-43 over the Bromsgrove Bears in a really, the score probably doesn't do the game justice. It looked, 18 points, but the Bears kept it close. They got within 4. They took the lead early on as well, and they were able to get the Bears with some really good open shots. They were just very unlucky with their second chance points and second chances not falling. Sometimes it goes your way and sometimes it doesn't. But absolute credit to them for the game that they've played today, and congratulations to the Manchester Mystics, who are moving on to the next round of the National Cup. Again, a real all-round team performance. Everybody in the score sheet led in points. Well, we've got 3 players on 10 points. Maddie Owen has 10, Hannah Alty has 10, Rahana Khalil has 10. Holly Bryan's got 9, knocking down 2 big threes. Fantastic performance and real credit to the Mystics. And you can see that this is a team that has high expectations of themselves, and they expect to go far. And it's fantastic to see the crowd in this arena and the team just really thanking the fans that have come out for them today. It's really great to see. So get down to the Manchester Basketball Centre. Come and watch the D2 Mystics on the 27th of November, because you're going to see some fantastic basketball in action. So that will do it from me. Thank you very much for tuning in, and make sure to like and subscribe. We're on the Manchester Mystics YouTube channel. We'll be bringing you all the home games for the rest of the season. 61-43, the final score from the Manchester Basketball Centre.